In a world that is constantly changing, understanding the global landscape of safety and security is more important than ever. If you're considering travel, relocation, or just want to stay informed about global risks, knowing about the most dangerous countries in the world can help you make better decisions. This blog post delves into the top 10 countries facing significant challenges in terms of safety, providing insights into the current situation and practical advice for those concerned about global security. Number 1. Afghanistan. The world's most dangerous country. Afghanistan remains one of the world's most dangerous countries due to its ongoing conflict, instability, and high levels of violence. The persistent clashes among the Taliban, ISIS, and various militant groups contribute to an environment of fear and uncertainty. This continuous unrest has led to a severe humanitarian crisis, with acute shortages of food, medical supplies, and other essential goods, making everyday survival a challenge for many Afghans. Security risks are a significant concern, with frequent reports of terrorism, kidnappings, and attacks on civilians. These threats make Afghanistan a highly volatile region where safety cannot be guaranteed. For this reason, non-essential travel to Afghanistan is strongly discouraged. Those who must travel or work in the region should stay informed by following updates from international organizations and adhering to travel advisories. Despite its rich cultural heritage and history, the current situation in Afghanistan requires extreme caution. Visitors are advised to avoid travel and remain vigilant, prioritizing their safety above all. The ongoing conflict and humanitarian crisis highlight the need for continued international attention and support to help stabilize and rebuild this war-torn nation. Number 2. Syria. Navigating the perils of a war-torn nation. Syria continues to be one of the most dangerous countries due to its prolonged civil war, unstable governance, and ongoing violence. Involves government forces, various rebel groups, and foreign interventions, creating a complex and volatile situation. The city of Aleppo, once Syria's largest metropolis, now lies in ruins, symbolizing the extensive destruction across the country. Humanitarian issues are rampant, with millions of Syrians displaced from their homes. Cities like Homs and Idlib have seen significant infrastructure destruction, leading to a lack of basic services such as clean water, electricity, and healthcare. The ongoing violence has further exacerbated these conditions, making daily life extremely challenging for the residents. Terrorism remains a significant threat, with extremist groups like ISIS and frequent bombings posing severe risks to safety. Due to these dangers, non-essential travel to Syria is strongly discouraged. Those who must travel should do so with extreme caution and after a thorough risk assessment. It's crucial to follow official guidelines and adhere to travel warnings issued by governments and international bodies. Despite its rich history and cultural heritage, Syria's current state necessitates vigilance and adherence to safety protocols to navigate the ongoing perils effectively. Number 3. South Sudan. A nation in turmoil. South Sudan remains one of the world's most dangerous countries, plagued by internal conflict, high crime rates, and severe humanitarian issues. The nation has been engulfed in a civil war that has led to violent clashes between government forces and various factions. The capital city, Juba, often experiences outbreaks of violence, making it a perilous place for both residents and visitors. Crime rates in South Sudan are alarmingly high, with frequent reports of armed robberies and kidnappings. Towns like Malakal and Bentiu have witnessed significant unrest, further complicating the safety situation. The lack of law enforcement and widespread poverty contribute to the rampant crime and violence across the country. The humanitarian crisis in South Sudan is dire, with severe food shortages and a lack of basic infrastructure. Many regions suffer from inadequate access to clean water, healthcare, and education. Refugee camps, such as those in the Upper Nile region, are overcrowded and undersupplied, highlighting the desperate need for international aid. Travel to South Sudan should be limited to essential activities only, and extreme caution is advised. Staying informed through international agencies and local authorities is crucial for navigating the complex and volatile environment of this young nation. Number 4. Yemen, a country in crisis. Yemen is currently one of the world's most dangerous countries, beset by a devastating civil war and a severe humanitarian crisis. The prolonged conflict between government forces and Houthi rebels has turned cities like Sana'a and Aden into battlegrounds, resulting in extensive destruction and loss of life. This ongoing war has crippled the nation, leading to widespread instability and insecurity. The humanitarian crisis in Yemen is catastrophic. Millions of Yemenis face famine, and disease outbreaks are rampant. The city of Taiz, for instance, has been particularly hard hit, with hospitals and infrastructure severely damaged, leaving residents with limited access to medical care and basic necessities. The destruction of critical infrastructure further exacerbates the dire living conditions for many. Security risks in Yemen are extremely high, with frequent reports of attacks, bombings, and kidnappings. The volatile environment poses significant threats to both locals and foreigners. Non-essential travel to Yemen is strongly discouraged, and those who must travel should take strict safety measures and stay updated with travel advisories from their government and humanitarian organizations. In such a tumultuous setting, the safety and well-being of individuals should be prioritized, underscoring the need for continued international support and intervention. Number 5. Iraq. Navigating a landscape of uncertainty. Iraq remains a country fraught with danger due to ongoing political instability and persistent threats from extremist groups. The frequent attacks by ISIS and other militant factions create a volatile environment, particularly in cities like Baghdad and Mosul. These urban areas, although historically and culturally significant, often become targets for bombings and other violent acts, posing severe risks to both residents and visitors. Political instability is a major issue in Iraq, with ongoing unrest and widespread corruption contributing to the country's insecurity. The government struggles to maintain control and ensure the safety of its citizens, which exacerbates the overall instability. This turmoil affects all aspects of life, from daily commutes to accessing basic services. Security concerns are paramount, with high risks of bombings and kidnappings reported across the country. For those who must travel to Iraq, it is crucial to exercise extreme caution and stay well informed about the current security conditions. Following official travel advisories and taking necessary precautions for personal safety are essential steps. In such an unpredictable environment, the importance of staying vigilant and adhering to safety measures cannot be overstated. International efforts and local resilience continue to be vital in navigating the challenges faced by this embattled nation. Number 6. Libya. A country in turmoil. Libya remains a highly dangerous destination, plagued by ongoing conflict and a lack of centralized governance. The country is marked by violent clashes between rival factions and militias, particularly in cities like Tripoli and Benghazi. These areas, while historically and culturally significant, have become epicenters of violence, making them hazardous for both residents and visitors. The security situation in Libya is precarious, with frequent reports of kidnappings, bombings, and armed confrontations. The instability is exacerbated by the absence of a strong central government, leading to widespread lawlessness and unpredictability. This volatile environment poses significant risks to personal safety and security. Humanitarian issues are also a major concern in Libya. The ongoing conflict has severely disrupted basic services and infrastructure. Many regions suffer from a lack of access to clean water, healthcare, and electricity, making daily life extremely challenging for the population. The city of Misrata, for example, has faced significant infrastructure damage, impacting the quality of life for its residents. For these reasons, non-essential travel to Libya is strongly discouraged. Those who must travel should stay informed about the latest safety information and advisories, taking all necessary precautions to ensure their safety in this turbulent landscape. Number 7. Central African Republic. The Central African Republic remains one of the world's most perilous countries, marked by ongoing internal conflict and extreme violence. The persistent civil war and frequent clashes between armed groups have destabilized regions such as Bangui and Bambari, making them hotspots for unrest and insecurity. Crime rates in CAR are alarmingly high, with widespread incidents of armed robberies, kidnappings, and violent crimes. The lack of effective law enforcement and the presence of numerous militant factions contribute to an environment where safety is a constant concern. Cities like Bangui, the capital, often witness these violent confrontations, further complicating daily life for residents and visitors alike. The humanitarian crisis in Kar is severe, characterized by widespread poverty and a lack of basic services. Many areas suffer from inadequate access to food, clean water, healthcare, and education. The town of Bria, for instance, has been heavily impacted by both conflict and humanitarian issues, leaving its population in dire straits. Travel to Kar should be limited to essential purposes only, with travelers advised to consult security experts and stay informed through official sources and humanitarian organizations. In such a volatile environment, prioritizing personal safety and following advisories is crucial for anyone navigating this dangerous landscape. Number 8. Somalia. Somalia, located in the Horn of Africa, is renowned for its beautiful coastline and rich cultural heritage. However, it is also one of the most dangerous countries for travelers due to persistent instability and violence. The key issues include frequent terrorist attacks by extremist groups like Al-Shabaab, which pose significant risks to both locals and visitors. Political instability is another major problem, with a weak central government struggling to maintain order amidst ongoing internal conflicts. The security risks are high, with threats of kidnappings, bombings, and armed violence being prevalent. For these reasons, it is strongly advised to avoid traveling to Somalia unless absolutely necessary. Those who must go should stay informed by regularly checking travel advisories from official sources and international agencies to ensure they are aware of the latest safety updates. Number 9. Venezuela. Venezuela, a country known for its stunning landscapes and vibrant culture, is currently grappling with severe security and humanitarian issues. Political instability is rampant, marked by frequent demonstrations and ongoing unrest. This political turmoil has contributed significantly to the country's economic collapse, leading to severe shortages of food, medicine, and basic goods. Caracas, the capital city, and other major urban areas like Maracaibo and Valencia are particularly affected. Crime rates in Venezuela are alarmingly high, with violent crimes such as kidnappings and armed robberies posing significant risks. Visitors should exercise extreme caution and limit their travel to essential activities only. Staying updated through reliable sources of news and safety advisories is crucial for those who must travel to Venezuela. Despite its natural beauty and cultural richness, the current situation makes it a challenging and potentially dangerous destination for travelers. Number 10. Myanmar. Myanmar, with its rich cultural heritage and stunning landscapes, is facing severe dangers for travelers due to ongoing political instability. The country has been in turmoil, with the junta suppressing protests with extreme violence. This political unrest has resulted in significant human rights violations, including violent crackdowns on civilians and ethnic minorities. Cities like Yangon and Mandalay are particularly affected by these issues. Travelers are advised to avoid non-essential travel to Myanmar at this time. The risks of arrest, violence, and general instability are high, making the situation increasingly hazardous. For those who must visit, it is crucial to follow official travel advisories and seek guidance from international organizations to stay informed and safe. Despite its appeal, Myanmar's current conditions make it a challenging and potentially dangerous destination. Conclusion: understanding the most dangerous countries is crucial for anyone considering international travel or relocation. While these nations face significant challenges, staying informed and following safety guidelines can help you navigate these risks. Whether you're a traveler, a researcher, or just interested in global affairs, being aware of these dangers can prepare you for potential risks and help you make safer decisions. If you found this video informative, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more travel insights and global news. Stay safe and see you in the next video.